Hello and welcome to another Nikke video. I'm going to talk a little bit about the recent security updates on macros and autoclickers. Hope you enjoy the video. And before we start, I just wanted to show this little funny meme here. If you got to the end of the story, I mean, yeah, this will be easier to understand. But there you go. I just wanted to show that really quick. Alright, so first off, how everybody knows, or in case you didn't know, I'm just going to go and post this here. I'll just read it. It says, after verifying user feedback on some players using third-party software, we will be upgrading our countermeasures to maintain a fair and a healthy gaming environment. And they also did provide another update here. The countermeasures against third-party software has been implemented and gradually reinforced. Players who use them after 8.7 will encounter official reminders or measures. And pretty much they did release an official statement here. And pretty much they're just saying, hey, if you happen to use any third-party software, so any of the auto clickers or those external programs, or if not as well, unfortunately, emulators as well, since some people do play on emulators and for some reason, sometimes the PC version does not work on their actual PC. Sometimes it crashes or sometimes just stuff doesn't work right, so they have to use an emulator. Unfortunately, all that you can no longer use, because if you do happen to use it, you will get an alert pretty much telling you, hey, you know, you have to get off the emulator and either do it on a phone or on the official PC version. But of course as well, I mean, they did give us some rewards for them too, which one of them is going to be obviously being Gems 1000, the advanced recruit vouchers ×5, growth stat 24 hours, which that's really good. Ultra boost modules 80, so you could upgrade your equipment, and only for a day for the relationship to go up. And only that, they did do the skill resets as well. So they're going to give you 3 new skill resets on top of the ones. If you haven't used the ones prior, you could still use them now. And obviously they did this because how now that they're really ramping up against all this macros, and a lot of people did use them, especially for Alice. I mean, if not, I mean, there's also some other units too that people would use them for. For example, Senti, since her burst gauge is absolutely ridiculous, especially during the PvE. Yeah, you just have to hold it for a few seconds and your bar would go up like crazy, no problem. So now, if you're not going to use those you could go ahead and reset them for free and go to anyone else. I think they're still good Nikkes, regardless of the macros or not. I mean, they're very, very powerful, but I could see why people would not want to hassle with them when they could go to other Nikkes that require a fraction of the effort for similar power. But pretty much, what you would receive would be something like this. So if you would happen to use an emulator or anything like that, it's going to say this. It's going to say the system has detected abnormal activities. Errors may occur due to the use of external software or unofficial clients. Please refrain from using external software and switch to the official client. If errors persist in the official client, please contact the customer service center. So if you would happen to use an emulator or anything else like that, if it's going to, I don't know exactly how it detects it, but pretty much you're going to receive an error like this, and it's going to force you to either use a PC version or the official a PC version. But of course, they did also do another update as well. So on top of doing this regular PC update, they did provide this brand new PC only update regarding this. So I'll go ahead and read this now. It says, dear commanders, as we implement countermeasures against third-party software, we conducted a separate update for the PC version on August 8, 1700. The update will take place when you open the game application through the launcher, and resources will be downloaded after you enter the game. The update includes the following changes. It says, 1. Optimize safety measures in the PC version by prohibiting the manipulation of device parameters to obtain higher damage benefits. We will continue to improve our countermeasures based on your user feedback. If you have any questions or comments, please contact Customer Support Service Center. Thank you for your support and understanding. So this is brand new. It happened not that long ago. So with this update, I mean, if you did not take them seriously before, please take them seriously. They will get your account banned, and I will provide some examples here. So let me go ahead and show this next screenshot here. You see, so if I zoom in here, it says your account has been banned for using prohibited programs. Please contact the customer service center for more information. If we look at the dates, so it goes from 8/2 to this year to all the way to 8/1 of next year. Yeah, so So technically you will not be able to play the game for a whole year. So you're not outright banned 100%. This is more like a suspension, so your suspension. But even then, I mean, you're this user, this commander is going to be missing out on the near collab. Not only that, Chime, the Pilgrim Chime is going to be coming as well, and only that, the future Nikkes that that they won't be able to get. So even if they do come back in the future, unfortunately, those limited or even the collab, they will never be able to get again, and they will miss permanently. So please always reconsider. If you do use macros, you just might want to stop and play manually, and if you feel you want to leave the game, hey, that's up to your decision. But this is a possibility for those people. And look at that, I'm going to show you this next screenshot here. I'm just going to go ahead and read it here. Let me zoom in a bit. And it says, dear, so pretty much this person emailed their customer support. So it says, "Dear Commander Uncle, thank you for contacting Goddess of Victory Nikke support. To ensure a fair gameplay environment and maintaining in Goddess of Victory Nikke, we periodically scan gameplay data for irregularities which can arise from the use of scripts or other third-party tools. We have double-checked the account in your report manually." This is the key thing, manually. "And confirmed it has been suspended for 365 days due to records and have infringed the terms of service. We regret to inform you, you are unable to accede to your request of withdrawing the suspension. Please be aware that the following actions can be flagged as violations and lead to account suspension. These actions include, but are not limited to, using any in-game cheat tools, using any unauthorized third-party programs to log into the game, changing the client file data, use unauthorized changes of client file data, use an unofficial game client to play the game, taking part in fraudulent behaviors against other players, advertising similar content and or websites in the game, which may result in account or monetary losses sustained by other players, using unauthorized payment channels to make purchases. The unauthorized sharing or sale of game data to third parties is strictly prohibited, and we recommend not using any game data or accounts obtained through third parties. We are unable to provide any form of restitution or protection in the event of property or personal information losses arising from said transfer of game data regarding the support team." All right, so if any person feels they have been unfairly banned, please do reach out to the support team and just say, "Hey, I think I have been unfairly banned," because there are some false positives going on, especially with any new security system implemented after the game's release. Like if they had done this before the game's released, a lot of this would be squashed. Even then, false positives would arise. But even then, this person had emailed the support team, and they manually reviewed the data, and they came to the conclusion that yes, they were using an external software. So either a modded APK, or it could have been an auto clicker or a macro or whatever they found suspicious with the data. That yes, now they're 100% basically banned for that year. But not only that, as well, is what you have to take into account too, is that it says changing the client file data, any unauthorized change of the client file data. Okay, so with this, this technically falls aligned to mod. So pretty much, some people, I mean, I don't know if you happen to know or not, but with a lot of the costumes that are out, some people do not like purchasing the costumes, which I totally understand. Some of them, I feel, especially at the shop, they're way overpriced for what you're willing to get. But what they've been doing is they've been modifying the files themselves to go ahead and use those costumes regardless if they paid for them or not. So with that in mind, I don't know if they're already checking for them or they're gonna do it, because they are providing updates to this security system. That I believe that those type of mods that are only visual, like they're not gameplay affecting any gameplay whatsoever, based on what I'm reading here, that will be applying to them as well. So if you've been modifying your game to maybe you don't want to pay for the rupee gacha or for the Drake gacha and wanted to use those types, those costumes as well, you may want to go ahead and remove them and just play the game regularly. They're really clamping down on this, so they are not messing around. Your account could possibly be banned. And if you want to start a new account, you're more than welcome. But honestly, I would see a lot of people just leaving the game and not bother playing it again, especially if they lost all that progress and also any other money they had put in to the account, because you're not getting that money back. You could try a charge back, but you know, that's an uphill battle depending on if you're on Apple or on Google there. And I'm going to go ahead and show you this other user here. And if you don't happen to know him, he's done a lot of the Snow White setup. So a lot of that one-shot Snow White setup. This person here was the person who pretty much started it and started. He's pretty much a Snow White fanatic here. But I'm just going to go ahead and right here. This is before the second update for the PC. So this is the original update of the security measures implemented, not the second. He's just gonna go ahead and pretty much he's gonna say, hey, he's gonna try to see if he could get the warning. I'm just gonna go ahead and play this since this is less than 30 seconds. Yeah, so with this user here, you see nothing came up. There was no flags. There was literally nothing. I mean, he was able to do it, and nothing was determined by the security measure that, hey, you know, he was doing wrong. But obviously, they're not going to catch everybody. And this was just only a test. I mean, he's saying, hey, I want to see if I could make it pop up. And obviously, that is inhumanly possible. I mean, no one could click that fast. At all. I mean, you could probably do it for an extremely short amount of time, but nowhere even as close. And I'm going to go ahead and play this other one here. So this person, unfortunately, I can't read the language there. I'm just going to go ahead and translate it really quick. See, trying to warning with my hand. So he's pretty much in the beginning of the video, he's setting up so his mouse could recognize his mouse clicks on specific buttons here. So I'm only going to play the part that that's actually going to show up the thing here. I'll go ahead and play it now. Yeah, you see, so on him, you see after he finished the battle, then it came up that warning there. So let me bring up the warning. Will it bring it up right now? It should bring it up soon. You see, and not only that, please note that this came at the end of the battle. So once the battle ended, this warning came up, and it said, hey, unfortunately I can't read his language. Pretty much it was similar to one of these things here. So I don't know if it was this one up here or this one, which I'm assuming based on the text, and there is no dates. Most likely it's going to be this one here that it detected abnormalities. And now let me go ahead and show you this other user here. I'm going to go ahead and translate it there just really quick. You see, like that. Whoops, let me quit that. Okay, so let me go ahead and play that so I could go ahead and show you. See, so there you go. So the system has detected abnormality activity. It's just like the other guy, but we have to take note as well is that he wasn't shooting as fast. So even if you look at his shooting method, I'm going to just mute it there. You see, he's not really shooting that fast. I mean, oh, whoops, sorry, I should have backed it up more. Yeah, you see, what most likely happened is that they're probably looking for consistency. So what I'm looking at here, you see, because it's not really that fast compared to this other guy here. Which I think this person, see, he's shooting way faster there. Whoops, I meant to mute that, sorry. You see, he's shooting, not only that, if you notice a little cat there on the bottom right, you can notice when he does the mouse clicks, but he is doing it pretty fast there. So with that, I mean, are they cheating? I mean, I'm not saying they're cheating or not. I mean, for me, it looks like normal speed, tell you honestly. It's probably looking for consistency, but there will be false positives with this system. So if you do feel like they already gave them a warning, so they just flat out said, hey, you know, something is not right here. So so please refrain from doing whatever you're doing. And hey, maybe they are just doing regular mouse clicks, and the system is feeling, hey, you know, we feel you're cheating. You know, unfortunately for something like that, it's very difficult for this system to determine, hey, is a human doing this or is a program doing this? So so if you do feel that you are banned, I highly recommend to go ahead and reach out to customer support and just, you know, plead your case, and, you know, whatever, just say, hey, you know, I'm clicking like normal and it gave me this warning, because false positives will arise. And I'll go ahead and just say this as well. I mean, I don't know if you agree or disagree. I mean, hey, that's your own personal reason for doing so. But whatever your decision is, please keep in mind that this game is ShiftUp's game. We are playing their game. So whatever rules they want to change, or whatever security measures they want to implement, we got to play the game as it is. So if you do not agree with any of these changes, I would either highly recommend to either play the game free, so no longer putting any more money into the game, or just straight up quitting the game, because pretty much they have already made 3 statements regarding macros, and on top putting even more security measures on PC. So they're dead. So for this decision that they made on macros, looks like they're not changing it, and they're double and tripling down. So I don't know if that's going to affect them financially or not. I have no idea. I know some people will be leaving, especially some of the people that spend a lot of money and do use those macros, that they're just going to go ahead and leave because they know, hey, I'm going to get banned eventually, and there's no use in putting more money. But yeah, if you feel that, you know, these are very unfair, I would again highly recommend you reach out to the customer support, and, you know, and just say, hey, and plead your case, because I know they are some people that have some problems with their hands, and they need something like a macro in order to assist them with the clicking, because unfortunately how the game is structured, in order, especially since the burst gauge is one of the key things to not only beat the stage, but in order to produce damage, is that rocket launchers and sniper rifles, they need to click fast. I mean, there's no other option, because you want to build that burst gauge as fast as possible so you could go ahead and reap the rewards of those bursts. But in the same token, you know, all those macros, a lot of them that I've been seeing, especially from the videos that I have displayed, that they've been doing it way faster than a human can do it, and not only that, way more consistently than a human can do it. So the only way I could see if you would use a macro is you would have to do something where it would be something that a human would do, and so it would not only be how fast it could click, sometimes you wouldn't even click correctly at all. So sometimes, I know even myself regularly, when I try to aim, sometimes I think I let go of the mouse right at the perfect spot, and I don't. I just go back to reload, so it's completely possible as well. But whatever the reasons is, ShiftUp is not going to be changing their decision. So if you agree with it or not, hey, that is totally cool to do. But just moving forward, this is not changing. So you have to make your decisions now. If you have been playing this game this whole time and have been putting money into this game, you have to make the decision. If you have been using macros, to either let them go and play the game regularly, or just quit the game and move on to something else. And unfortunately, that's pretty much it. There's no other way around it. Yeah, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the macros. You know, hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Okay, Scrublord out.